Hi everyone, it's Book Talk with Introvert, who I am, even despite the fact that I'm actually recording this video, talking to everyone, sharing my thoughts and emotions, discussing the books I like, and planning to upload this video to the internet where literally anyone can find it and see me and hear me talking. But I guess there is no coming back after you put on all this makeup, nice clothes, buy the device for your camera, and etc. So the first book I'm going to discuss is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. The book was published in 2021, but in my country it happened this year, so the book cover is everywhere and the views are everywhere and I just couldn't avoid it. I was sure that was my first book by Taylor Jenkins Reid, but according to Goodreads, it's not true. It seems like I read Forever Interrupted a couple of years ago and even gave it 5 stars, which is pretty a lot for me. But Malibu Rising turned out to be much more controversial than Forever Interrupted. It's a family story, but not quite. It's a summer story, but won't really give you these relaxation vibes because of all the drama happening. It's a story of fire as it's written in the book itself, but not for everyone. So what's so popular about this book that almost every reader on Goodreads gave it 5 or 4 stars? To be honest, when I started to read, I knew only that it was about 4 surfers. Somewhere in Malibu, obviously, surfing. But I mean, have you seen the book cover? It's so bright and juicy and all the nice colors and details. I know it's not right. That's not cool to choose books by book covers, but I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. What do you expect with me? I know, I like my stuff. I didn't even check the book abstract before reading Malibu Rising, but for this specific book, it was actually a good thing to do, because the book description can literally spoil 70% of the book. I mean, I'm not against spoilers. I like spoilers. Sometimes they can just prepare me for the worst things in a certain story. Sometimes it can tell me that I shouldn't read this story.
My name is Lucifer Morningstar, and I love drugs. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Can't get enough.
But I'm definitely not ready to see this amount of spoilers in the book description itself. I'll try to avoid spoilers as much as I can in my book review, just in case some of you did not read the book. 4 siblings are in the center of the story, 4 Riva kids. Nina, who's supermodel and was recently dumped by her husband, professional surfer Jay, photographer Cod, and Kit. Kit is just Kit. I did not figure out what she's doing or anything like that. She's 20. That's basically all I know about her. Also, there is Mick Riva, notorious father of the family, famous sinner, and also famous for cheating on his wife with literally anything that approached him. Also, the story of poor June, who fell in love with the wrong guy. And it's also a story of Christina, Ramon, Ricky, Brandon, Lara, Seth, Lisa, Robbie, Tareen, Kyle, Carrie, Craig, Ashley, Juan, and many others. Life did not prepare me for this.
I do not remember names. I am female.
Of course. Apologies.
The amount of people mentioned is really crazy, so you can even play shot game while reading this book. Like, take a shot every time a new name is mentioned. But be careful with that, because during the second part of the book, you can easily get drunk just because of all the guests who are arriving for the party. The book is divided into 2 parts, and the first one is set up in the past with June meeting the love of her life, as she thought. June was a simple girl who just wanted to avoid her fate of working in her parents' restaurant till the end of her days. She just wanted a family and a loving husband. But with Mick, she just found a man who was in love more with himself. And my second favorite part of the book is Nina's story. Nina is the character who is probably the best written and the best developed in the whole book, just because of the amount of attention she's getting. But at the same time, the life wasn't easy for her at all, mostly because of her siblings. At some specific point of time, she had to take care of them all. She didn't even graduate from school. She had to sacrifice herself completely just to take care of her brothers and sister and make money because family did not have any. So that was the reason why Nina started to work as a model. First of all, she wanted to be a surfer, but was noticed by some photographer, and they decided that she was perfect for magazine covers. But at the same time, no one asked her what she wanted, how she wanted it to look. Ended up with strange covers on the magazines, with claiming that her breasts were soft to the touch, and which of course led some unwanted attention from men to Nina, which she couldn't avoid because she tried to, at the same time, to stay in this sphere, not to lose her job, not to make anyone angry, not to be involved in any conflicts, so she wouldn't be banned from this world of fashion. But despite all these sad circumstances, Nina really loves her siblings, and it's quite vivid through her speech. But while observing other Riva's kids, I noticed they actually don't share the same emotions, and they mostly took Nina for granted. No one ever said thank you or anything like that. They cannot even make sandwiches for themselves. It's just Nina's job, and they like it this way. Even when she's preparing for the party, which she's mostly having because of her siblings, she doesn't really need this party. And they all go for surfing, but she cannot do that. She has to tend to the house, cleaning services, food, etc. And Jay is asking, why can't she leave her life for a moment? Well, that's why, because of you, because of all of you. You just don't allow her to live her life as she wanted it to be. My least favorite part of the book is the party, which we hear a lot from literally everyone in Malibu. It's the most famous party of Malibu, party of Nina Riva, no invitation needed. If you know the address of Nina's house, you are automatically invited, even if you're a serial killer or drug dealer or anyone. And it ended up with 200 people showing for this year's party. I mean, 200 people, 200 people. Usually I freak out even if I have a couple of guests, but 200. No wonder it ended up with the host of the party hiding in the pantry, because at some point of our lives, I guess we all end up hiding in the pantry from something or someone. Because of this huge amount of people who arrived to the party, I even started to suspect that some of them might be Mick Riva's kid, because of the amount of women he was seeing in the area. And I wasn't surprised that it turned out to be true. I was more surprised because of the other kids' reaction to this, especially Nina's reaction, because she goes like, oh, you look like my father. Yeah, you have his bottom lip, so come on, be my guest. Yeah, that's my bedroom. You can stay here all you want. That's my clothes. Yeah, do you want a passport for my card, for my bank card, or anything like that? Because now you're a family member. I just think Nina is too traumatized to just let it go and not take care of every kid of Mick Riva she meets. And also there was a special guest, the one who really received an invitation. I think it's not so hard to guess who that was. Surprise, surprise! Look who's back after 20 years of absence! It's Davy's time now! Come give me a hug, kids. Listen, kids, I know I've left you 2 times already, and I wasn't here when you needed me most, and I did not send any money or anything at all. But at that time, I just wasn't ready to be a father. But I'm ready now. I want to know you. I want to know your soul. I want to share your interests. And what's that? It's a surfboard? Are you surfing? All of you surfing? But surely at least one of you must have inherited my incredible voice and become a singer, right? Right? What was hard to guess is, again, kids' reaction. Because they haven't seen the father almost for their entire lives. They know nothing about the man, and I have no idea why even he received an invitation. What was the point of inviting him? You know, he left your mom, he did not send you any money, no postcards, no meetings, nothing. He did not care about you. So what was the point of just seeing him? And no one even told him so. Even only Nina did, and others were just like, well, yeah, that's too late for you to appear in our lives. We are grown-ups, don't need you anymore. And eventually he even received the hugs he wanted so much, just because of something.
How did it come to this?
Anyway, at least this book gave me some strong emotions, even if most of the time it was frustration because of characters' action and frustration because of my expectations. Because as I started to read the book, I had some sort of different feeling about it. I thought it would be a bit deeper, but it didn't turn out to be. And that's not the book's fault. I guess it's more like my fault because of having expectations. But if any of you have read any other books of Taylor Jenkins Reid, especially Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, I would appreciate your comment, as I also want to read this book. I actually have it purchased, so I will do it anyway, and I would like to know what to expect. Is it better than Malibu Rising? Is it the same? Or what other thoughts do you have about this second book? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.